A gear's ratio is figured by its teeth count, not by size. Higher ratios for speed and lower ratios for torque. First example, this is a 40-40 tooth gear set and a 1-to-1 ratio. This means every time the powered gear spins once, the mounted gear spins once as well. Similarly, a 20-20 tooth gear set is a 1-to-1 ratio, therefore spins at the same rate. This is a 40-40 and a 20-20 gear set. They move at relatively the same rate, ignoring human error. A 40-30 gear set is a 4-3 ratio and 25% faster rate than a 1-1 ratio. When the powered gear spins once, the mounted gear spins 1 1/4 turn.
Slight correction. A 4-3 ratio would be 33% faster, not 25% faster. This is because when the powered gear turns once, the mounted gear turns 1.33 times. In other words, when the powered gear spins 3 times, the mounted gear spins 4 times. 4 divided by 3 is 1.3333 blah blah blah. You get the point.
A 40-30 gear set is only a little faster than a 40-40 gear set as shown here. This is a 40-20 gear set and a 2-to-1 ratio, and it is 2 times faster than a 1-to-1 ratio. When the powered gear turns once, the mounted gear turns twice. This gear set will give you speed, so it'll make your tires move faster because your gear is moving faster and everything's moving faster. It's a good time.
Those were speed-based ratios. Now let's look at torque ratios, starting with a 20-30 ratio, also shown as a 2-3 ratio. This is 33% slower than a 1-to-1 ratio. Whenever the powered gear turns once, the mounted gear is only turning 0.66 times. Kinda like how a 40-30 is only slightly faster, a 20-30 is only slightly slower. Now to get really slow, let's consider a 20-40 ratio, also shown as a 1-2 ratio. Unlike how a 2-1 ratio is 100% faster, a 1-2 ratio is 50% slower than a 1-to-1. For every time the powered gear turns once, the mounted gear does a half turn. Why would anyone want a slower ratio? Well, the slower ratios have more torque. For example, the 1-2 ratio makes twice as much torque as the 1-to-1 ratio, meaning it can haul more weight, handle rougher terrain, and climb steeper hills easily.
Get some more Pepsi. Pepsi. I see that you were recording. We're gonna have to cut out a lot of this one.
Who says I'm gonna scrap it all?
I don't care if you save it. I'm just letting you know. All right.